And we're here in the post-game show with New Jersey Team Freedom after a convincing victory over the Dallas Tornadoes in 3 sets today, 25-13, 22, and 21, as New Jersey becomes our second team to start the year 4-0, and it's going to set up what we'll talk about later, which is a intriguing matchup with the Texas Tyrants when we return for our third event, Memorial Day weekend. But first, from left to right, we are joined by team owner Justin Beaumont and starting outside hitter Ian Cap, who had yet another splendid day with 10 kills, hitting 53% and passing at a 91% rate today. So Ian, we'll start with you. Obviously, this was a big match for you guys to try to go to 4-0, another 2-0 weekend against the Dallas Tornado squad that has been on the upswing. They were 2-1 coming in. Take us through what your team did out there today and why you guys were so successful, especially keeping their big hitters off the net.
So we really tried to neutralize them from the service line. We tried to be as aggressive as possible, make sure that we were getting them out of system as often as possible. And then from our side, we tried to make sure that we were passing at an exceptional rate, which I believe we did. I don't think we got aced once today. And if we did, I don't remember it because it was that maybe one time. We really were good behind the line, and we were really good between the lines as well. And from a standpoint of blocking, I think our blocking scheme is great. We really neutralized Chapman. That was our main guy that we knew we had to block, neutralize, anything in between, making sure we were digging him out, and then transition play, getting our kills are that way.
Chapman is a notoriously slow starter, but he always sizzles late. Justin, knowing that, how were you guys able to kind of contain him when he did start getting streaky later in the match and Dallas started pulling closer?
Yeah, that's definitely something we talked about. Actually, I think maybe at the first time out in the first set, that was something that we mentioned in the timeout. Like, hey, the setter's staying away from him right now, but expect the fire to start coming. So being aware of that is really important, and I think most of the teams in the league are at this point. Chapman's a phenomenal volleyball player. He's a huge guy. He's very tall. So you don't really stop a guy like that. We just try to contain what he's doing and mess with him a little bit, change up our blocking schemes, like Cap said. And I think that's any great player is going to be frustrated by that. And I think that's what we were able to do today. And he never really got going, which helped us. I think being able to stop him when he started, getting a little bit heating up a little, it helped us stopping him right away. So that was good too. And he didn't get going from the service line either. And I think that always helps a great player when they're going from back there.
What about Joe Norman? Obviously, there was a question about his back coming into play today. Wasn't even sure if he was going to be in the starting lineup. Doug Zemma was, on speed dial just in case he was needed, but really didn't show with Joe today. He hit 68%, had a team high 13 kills, and even unleashed an ace in this one. So, him playing with pain, how does that kind of inspire the team?
Yeah, I think we let these guys make those decisions. We trust them. They're professionals at this point, and they if they're honest with us and say, hey, I can't go today, we're not going to take that as a negative. We're gonna appreciate that as a coaching staff. And Norman at breakfast this morning said, hey, I got a good night's sleep. I feel good. And so, like you said, we started him off today, and at no point did I feel like we needed to pull the trigger on Doug. So we have such versatile volleyball players on our team that I'm never concerned about that. It's next man up mentality, and I feel really good about different lineups and having different people in different places. Cap can play every position on the court. So if we ever have one of those situations where a guy says, hey, I'm just not feeling it today, my body's not great, we can do some other things. And I feel really good about our team because of that.
And that actually leads directly into my next question, because Ian played setter almost exclusively throughout college at Kean University, and he can absolutely appreciate what Matt Elias has done in his 2 matches this weekend. Ran such a smooth offense. I think he's emerging. You can make an argument he's one of the best setters in the NVA, if not the best right now. And talk about the effort that Matt has made this week and just how integral he was to the consistency of New Jersey all week.
Yeah, Matt is one of my best friends. We already have that connection playing outdoor together, and obviously translate back into the indoor scene. He has such great hands. He knows the location for every one of his hitters, and it showed today. He spread the offense super well, and he knew where his matchups were, and he made sure that we were taking advantage of every matchup that we had.
Well, you obviously have that friendship with Matt, but you and John Cunningham of course, played together collegially. And, John, libero-wise right now, he's just owning everything out there. Wasn't available the first event of the year, just like Matt wasn't, and Ryan Kenny stepped in and did a great job. But talk about when Cunningham is out there, about his ability to kind of just take everything, allow others to do their job.
Yeah, again, me and Cunningham also have a great relationship. We're really good friends as well. We know each other's teams. We know where we need to be on any serve. We talk it out every single point. He brings a lot of fire, a lot of energy, and we like that from a libero. And he takes charge when he's in defense, serve, receive, everything. He's one of the best at doing his job, and he did a great job today.
Which is why we named him our man of the match indeed. So this now, Justin, sets up, as we alluded to, an intriguing matchup against the Texas Tyrants when we return action on the now Saturday, Sunday, Monday Memorial Day weekend version of NBA's third event of the season. Tyrants are 4-0. They look really, really good. You guys are 4-0. That might be a surprise to some people that you guys are unbeaten at this point, but kind of allude to that matchup and what we should expect 3 weeks from now.
Who's the Tyrants? I'm totally kidding. I think there's a couple teams in this league that are just a step ahead of the other teams. And I think that the Tyrants coming into the season, we all had them circled on our calendar because they got a couple trades and transfers that helped their team a lot. I'm really excited about playing a team like that because I think our guys respond really well to adversity and challenge. And I think matchup-wise, we match up well with them. And the key elements of their game that they've been successful with so far this season is what we've had success with. So, I mean, I don't know if anybody can top that match between the Ramblers and the Tyrants yesterday, but I think ours will be very close and similar to that game. I think it'll be point for point, and I think we're going to have to really get after the strategy of the game, which is, something that is really important in this league, and the Tyrants do a good job with. Coach Grasso's, he's a great coach. He understands the game, and I think that that's going to be cool, having those two teams battle it out at the next event. And moving forward, I think that we have a chance to grow as a team. We still haven't even gotten all of our guys out here yet, so I'm excited to see some of those other guys show up here. You were just talking about John Cunningham. Ryan Alou is one of those libs that could be one of the best liberos in the league as well. So we have good depth, and I think for the first time in my coaching life, I think I might have one of the biggest teams in the league, and I've never had that. We've always been the small guys, so that's going to be interesting to see how we can match that up against the Tyrants.
Well, you got to have it balance out, the biggest guys with the smallest coaches.
Sure. Yeah, we bring the average right to the middle. It's perfect.
Ian, also talking about that match coming up, obviously, you're going to be in a situation where you're either going up against Gianluca Grasso or Jake Langlois, most likely. That should be their two outsides, and two of the better outsides in the entire league. What will it be like for you to be in a matchup with either of those guys?
I like our matchup against them. Gianluca is very quick, run the quick offense. We're pretty good at blocking those quick balls. Matt Elias, again, super good at blocking. And if we're having a bigger block against Jake Langlois with Joe Norman, I like our matchup there. Match up the big guy with the big guy, and match up the small guy with the small guy. And for me, as an outside, probably going against the right side that's going to jump about 80 inches in the air. I'm going to have to really make sure my hands are in the right place so that we can get a transition ball out of it, get a dig transition kill.
Talk about the blocking of Team Freedom, 12 block points today. Certainly a big reason why they were victorious over the Tornadoes, but passing at a 71% rate today, and the Freedom out-hit the Tornadoes 38 kills to 27. So congratulations on the win. Before we wrap up, I want to give you guys on Mother's Day 2022 to say a few words to all the moms in your lives and anybody watching out there in NVA USA land. Ian, we'll start with you.
Yep, Mom, thank you for being you. Love you so much. This is your day. Have a great day. I'll see you when I get back home.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, my mom especially. I sent my mom a throwback picture today. She's super embarrassed about it. So happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you. And happy Mother's Day, happy dog Mother's Day to my girlfriend Suzanne. She's taking care of the pups while I'm here.
Well, hopefully the throwback photo that you sent to your mom was as interesting as the throwback photo of Justin.
We're not going to talk about
that we
one.
shared on the broadcast today from the days where Justin worked for me many, many moons ago. But Team Freedom with a convincing victory over the Tornadoes today. They are unbeaten on the year at 4-0. They'll be back in action on May 28th against the Texas Tyrants.